Welcome back, everybody. It's going to play through of Hogwarts Legacy on hard mode for the PlayStation 5, and we're going to go and talk to Serona Ryan again for a side quest.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Sure.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade.
Friend indeed.
Please do give Dot my love.
Let's write that down. Upper Hogsfield, hey? Oh my god, sometimes the map is just clunky. Right, let's travel. I think once I'm done with the story, I will go around and do all the collectibles and stuff.
Now, where to find Mrs. Sprottle?
Yeah. That's where we need to go, but now we've got locks and everything.
Revelio.
We can go around and
Aloha Mora
a lot of stuff as we're doing things en route. This is why I want all of the stuff that I can, because it just makes it so much better now.
What do we have here? Revelio.
So the actual chest you're looking for, the ones on the map, are these. Actually, the more customizable things. Yeah, definitely, as soon as you break one lock, they all break on areas.
Aloha Mora.
Nice and simples.
Revelio.
Quidditch goggles. There it is. Jack-o'-lanterns, lovely. Let's have a look on the map here. What else have we got in this village? Demiguise statue.
Revelio.
Which will be behind a locked door. Let's grab this. That's a nice warning. Knapsack.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Not too fussed about them, to be perfectly honest. Sure, I've got Thistle in the badge previously.
Revelio.
So that's where we have to go.
I should investigate.
Yes, I will. There's a chest at the top. I can probably get to now.
Revelio.
Maybe we have to brew him in there. Okay. Sure, I've done this.
Revelio.
Yeah, that's been opened.
Revelio.
And that can't be broken down. Where the frick is this bloody...
It's like a place right out of a storybook.
Right, been in there.
You've made Upper Hogsfield safer, and for that, I thank you.
Revelio.
Seriously. Ah,
What do we have here? A demiguise.
seriously. Oh my god. It's just like right in front of your eyes.
Mine now, demiguise.
Luckily, you walk into a room and it tells you it's there, basically. Okay, so that's done. Let's now deal with this person.
Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawk lumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawk lumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Got some.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawk lumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawk lumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Okay, let's go to the cavern then.
A castle. Must have been quite stately in its time. Revelio.
Oh, that's eggs we can get. Okay. I'm probably going to have to kill some stuff here.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Yeah, no, en route we'll clear a few of that stuff. Hawk Clump Hollow. Let's go.
Leave the hawk lumps to Mrs. Sprottle, but I still need to visit the cave to find Sorona's box of letters. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased.
So I've already done it. Can I explode that?
Confringo!
I can. Devil Snare. Sea-form nightwear. Okay, let's have a look at the sea-form nightwear then, shall we? $52, an extra 2 defense. You know, go searching in our gym jams.
Revelio.
This is bigger than I would have thought.
Confringo.
It's not the way to go. It's probably the way out, I guess. Quidditch cape.
Revelio.
Got some bushes. Anything else in here? Thought there must be a fight or something in here. Okay, take a look at the Quidditch cape. Locked. Level 25 for 1 gain. Okay. Sort of thing by the time we get to level 25 we'll have found something better. For sure. That's where we came in.
Revelio.
Is this the way we came in? Yes, that's actually the way we came in. And I don't want to go down there, but maybe I have to now, because no other way to go. Fucking
Either I'll
mountain
have to
troll.
Fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Arrest that momentum. Confringo.
Ow. Ow.
Descendo. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo.
Ow. Come on, I dodged that.
Descendo. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Protego. Stupefy. Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Ow.
Confringo.
Did nothing to him.
Protego. Stupefy. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Confringo.
Ow.
Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Arresto momentum. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus.
1700 damage. Nice.
Protego. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Arresto momentum. Stupefy. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Stupefy. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Ow.
Arresto momentum. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Descendo. Confringo. Arresto momentum.
Jesus Christ. All for a troll bogey.
Revelio.
Gonna need them. For sure. Stuff here. Some lilies. Can you get through here? No. Okay. Right.
Revelio. Depulso. Confringo.
Okay, just some hawk lump juice. And some moonstone.
Revelio.
Head over here. Lots of goodies. But I can technically grow myself, so. Yeah, that troll took, well, took a beating from him, really. Right, here's some letters. This runner, when I arrived here, I had trouble sense. In many ways, I wasn't like the other first years. I confess, I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me, and pondered sending an hour to my parents, asking them to fetch me, almost before the first week of class had ended. How did you know? I presumed you secretly in Legilimens, but I wonder that you seemed to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, came to sit with me. Well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but the confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marvelled at how you charmed, in non-magical sense, I mean, everyone around you without an apology, embracing who you are with who they were. It was as though a candle had flickered on for me. I realised that I could choose the path as well. Now that my school years are ending, the frightened first-year witch I'd been seems worlds away, and I know it's because of you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub, and so generously extended yourself to her. Thanks. Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Miss Spottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Spottle whenever I can. But a delightful conversation, I'm unashamed to admit, her incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Serena, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Sean. My dear Serena, I've sent a note separately to my dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for the hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. Soon won't forget how we giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? Mr. Spottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious, and I shall be dreaming of it for days. I also appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match for all Slytherin this year. Most grateful, yours, Philomena.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
My dear Sirona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Freaky to make your favourite cream cowdery. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure she got the raspberries at this time of year. Genius.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona.
Yep.
She'll be glad to have it back.
Well, I will do if you stop talking to me. Dear Mrs. Spottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Glad Rags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. Challenge indeed, as the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. But I do adore everything that we selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvellously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own the place like that one day, mark my words. I consider myself more lucky that you and Mr. Spottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Sirona.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad.
Yes, we will head back. Actually longer than I thought. But I wanted to... Wasn't there a camp near here? Yeah, it's a small bandit camp, but I'm not too fussed about a small bandit camp. So let's go to Hogsmeade.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Evidently. Right, well, actually, let's do it while we're here.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Gonna do some selling quickly. So I'm not sure how quick. I'll be back. And I don't really like just halfway through having to dart out. When I was doing the guide for the demi-guides in Hogwarts, I actually ran out of space. So that's an upgrade. So we can keep that. Back up to
Thanks for
1500.
stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
Of course.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
That's done. A friend indeed. So then, let's look at the quests here. Got a Tale of Roland Oaks. Okay, let's fast travel here.
What are you up to now?
See how long this one is.
Thank you for your persistence and cleverness. I confronted Piers about it and he confessed straight away, the old rascal. We've agreed to let bygones be bygones. Don't forget to say hello the next time you're in the Three Broomsticks. Thrilled to be back there again.
It's a puzzle that I can't do yet. Right, let's...
Hello, Adelaide. I received your owl.
Thank you for coming. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Cool, let's see what we can do.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself into?
Cool. And I think, ladies and gents, we will leave this one here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and good stuff really does help me out. Up next, we will do this campsite and look for him. And then we'll probably go into, bring up the quest log here, the elf, the knapsack, and the loom. Meet with Derek and progress the story. So yeah, up next, we'll do this. Thank you much, and I'll see you all in the next one.